Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm old school, but I keep it funky fresh, y'all. And this is deep, y'all. I'm from the deep, y'all. And what you get is what you motherfucking see.
Welcome back, humans! You know what day it is. My name is Jaime, giving you the vents on headlines you didn't know you needed. And with that said, here's some more ingredients for that vent blender, humans. For a lot of us, some of us are into fitness. A lot of people like to exercise. Whether you're a big, tall, whatever shape and size you are, and whatever fitness type of things you like to do. Everybody likes to try to do some sort of thing to take care of ourselves. And, maybe get a beach bod or, whatever your goals were. Get ready for whatever it is. You got to get ready for a wedding. Maybe you want to fit into a family member's hand-me-down dress. Sometimes people just have these goals and they want to do these working out things. Maybe just to make yourself better or whatever. Make you feel good, whatever it is. Whatever your reason is. But, cheers, humans. This one's pretty wild. Times are getting really wild, humans. So, MSNBC puts out a article that says, and I'm not even making this up. I can't even make this shit up anymore, dude. This is like so real, humans. It's not even bananas. This is no rumor. This is no what if. This is what they put out. Working out is now racist. Yes, humans. They say that this is like it's connected to white supremacy. They even said things like with like the testosterone levels raised and the all these things like they were heightened while you're doing all this stuff. Like even Hitler practiced boxing and jujitsu and things like this. So they were comparing this stuff to being like I guess like a Nazi racist. And the article's up there, humans. If you want to go look it up, I mean, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was wild. This is just insane. The times we are living, humans. These are just crazy times. Now you can't even go. Now you're going to be judged going to work out. But my question is, what about all these Hollywood elites? Like all the Hollywood stars and all the professional athletes out there of different. Everybody's of different cultures and different races and ethnicities. And they all have to like stay in shape, like Olympians and like I said, all athletes, all forms of athletes and stars. Of the entertainment business, and they all have to maintain a certain image and things like that. So, I mean, they're all their fitness routines. Does that make them all racist now? Like because you work out now, you're racist? This is very strange. I like to work out, but now I'm like, what the hell, man? Don't judge me because I want to stay in shape as much as I can. But now it's like people are looking. This article is wild, humans. I can't even believe this shit is real. Like I said, Idiocracy, whatever strange post-apocalyptic films they have out here with the future, like Demolition Man things are coming. Like I said, we're going to be fined for swearing soon. That's going to be happening next. If it does, that's really, really, really going to suck. But man, like I said, they got this chokehold going on. Like, so all these big ass like bodybuilders, like The Rock, you got The Rocks for like are all these actors and actresses or is it just actors? I forget. I don't know. If is all these people in entertainment and all these professional athletes, are they going to start doing like when everybody was singing that John Lennon song and stuff, Imagine or some shit? Like, are they going to be all doing all these like redactive statements about their exercise now? They're going to be like, I worked out, but now I don't because I'm not a racist. Like, are they going to be doing this? We're going to see some celebrities start doing that shit. I got a feeling that shit's coming, humans. I'm serious. Like, I mean, if it ain't coming out now, like, it's coming. It's coming soon. I believe it is. Here's a little snippet now. No, this was inspired by Kyle Dunnigan.
Hello, this is Arnold, the former governor of this beautiful state of California. Had I known that working out would be racist, I would have put the cookie down, got to the chopper, and I never would have pumped the iron. And other things of this nature.
Okay. So now are celebrities going to start doing this? Is this going to be like the new norm? Like you're going to see celebrities doing things like this? We're going to be like, oh, you worked out today, or look at the new superhero Marvel film. There's going to be this new Marvel film, and all these guys are going to be all out of shape because they're going to be like whatever ones are like super political activists, like so like all these like DiCaprio already knew this was going to happen. Like he's got a beer gut. He's a handsome fella and he's a handsome guy and all that, but he's got a beer gut and stuff like that. He knew that shit was coming. He's like, look, they ain't going to judge me. So he'll be safe. All the dad bod actors and shit like that and the dad bod athletes, like Zion Williams will now be a better looked at athlete. Even with his busted out legs. But I'll continue. Is it me, or did this like Ukraine relief fund of like 13 plus billion gajillion dollars, relief fund for them guys go like get done in like 2 days? Or was it me? It was just like, oh, we need to give them money. Oh, we'll get it by Friday. Boom. Holy shit. Because I remember when we was locked down and we needed some like relief money and people was hurting for shit. They almost shut the fucking government down. They was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a government shutdown. Why? Because we want to help Americans out. This is going to be a problem. Like, if they want to help us out, it was, oh, shit. It's a fucking problem right now. Like, just because it was going to help us, they were like, no. If we're going to help you, we might shut the government down. We might have to. It's like when your parents, you're being rowdy in the car. Don't make me turn it around, or we ain't going to fucking go to whatever, or don't make me fucking call Santa. All that fucking bullshit. It's like, really? Really? That shit happened like fucking, it was just like 2 days. Like, boom, was it Wednesday? Okay, Friday, boom, it's done. Here you go. Here's 13 billion. Us, they're like, we'll get back to you. It was like waiting for the last possible month with, like I said, threats of our government being shut down before they fucking gave us some relief money. And I don't even think it was like that much. We just fucking print out money like crazy, isn't it? I can't believe we just like print it out. We print it out like crazy, but we don't see any of it. We watch our money that we make like go away. But like we watch these guys like, oh my gosh, he was printed out like 8 trillion, like I said, and gave us like, here's $1, and then here's like fucking another 13 billion for another country. Oh yeah, by the way, your gas is going up like 20% this summer. And then like, what else they're going to do for some other foreign aid? And they're going to be like, oh yeah, food's going up too, like just the same as gas is, everything, 20%, everything, summer, boom, going up. And then he's talking about fucking food shortages. My man's threatening fucking food shortages. This is some bullshit, if you ask me. They're fucking already talking about cutting our food down. They started with the toilet paper and started all that bullshit. Now they're going to start with the fucking food. Man, that's bananas. This guy's like going back in time. I swear to God, I feel like he's in fucking Time Traveler. They showed him in Poland if he really was in Poland. Some people are trying to call BS on it, but he probably was really there. Because he looked fucking jet lagged as fuck. On fucking when he was talking to the soldiers and shit. Like the soldiers just kept along and having, you can see in the background of the video, they're having their own conversations. They don't even give a shit. They're like, man, this guy's here, but we'll just kind of look at him and shit. But he's just sitting there talking and I don't even know what the fuck he was saying. He looked all wandering. And then I guess there was some hot peppers on his pizza. So he eats some fucking pizza and fucking his eyes start watering and shit. I know a lot of people were like, man, this looks like he hasn't had any like solid foods in a while. Because it looked like he could barely get through that slice. He was just like, having a hard time trying to bite through there. Because he didn't have like the Smithers guy to, Smithers' assistant. I mean, Smithers was the assistant, my bad. He didn't have a Smithers himself. Smithers. How come out of all world leaders, he don't have a Smithers? Because he looks like one of them dudes that's just falling apart. Like when you see those Rothschild family, like when you see them guys that like, some of them guys are still alive and they look all crazy. Some of them look like, one of them brothers look like the fucking Simpsons character. Looks like Burns. One of them looks just like Burns. Like, yeah. I wonder if they got it from that shit. Those guys are creepy time travelers anyway. They probably did. That wouldn't surprise me. But like I said, I want to see if these famous people, like the elite, powerful, up and ups, are they going to sit here and fucking like, do all these retracted videos? I think it's going to be hilarious if they start doing this. Like, oh, I'm not a racist, even though I'm getting ready to be the next Wolverine. Or, Rock, or all the pro wrestlers too. Like, oh, I'm going out here to fucking body slam these people, but I'm not a racist. All these muscles aren't from the gym or something weird. Then they'll all start getting surgery muscles or something, or just wearing muscle suits. We'll probably just have to go to muscle suits because if we work out, we'll be a fucking racist. I don't know. I went back there and everything, but it's crazy, man. We are some silly times. Like I said, they're fucking trying to fucking. I mean, every time we need help, they don't give a shit. You know what I mean? We could open shit and do local fucking energy like we did a little bit ago. I mean, people all agree. All these polls are crapping on the current administration, and you can see why. I mean, it's not like some MVP season they're happening right now. They're not having no playoff year. I don't even think if they had the playoff game like the play-in game, like to get into the playoffs and like in the NBA, I don't even think they would even make it to that. I think they would be all the way out of the playoff seeds. Because they're doing that bad. They're doing like Lions bad. I feel like America became Lion fans before. I spoke on that before. We had all these high hopes in the beginning of the season. And then it was like, everybody was so happy to get Trump out of there. And like, yeah, Biden, Biden's the man. And it was like, like, where's all Biden's highlights? It would be crickets. You don't see any. I mean, they're funny ones. There's a lot of funny meme highlights. Like, I mean, my man, he's like a fucking master at getting memes. But shit that I think is going on, like I said, like I spoke before and what I used the title with, the woke chokehold. This chokehold is like making it hard to fucking breathe right now in America. Because they're even fucking with our military now. Like I said before, these guys are all trying to flex in other countries. But just because our leader's bad, our military is still a bad, awesome machine. One of the top 5. Anyways, now they're doing some new regulations in our military from like the Marine regulations and Army regulations. And I'm pretty sure all branches of military are going to follow suit. I don't know if they all are already, but the ones that I read today was like 2 of them they announced. And I guess in the Marines now, you can get your nails done and pick sock color and shit. And some weird shit like that. And they're going to change the physical fucking fitness in the Army regiments and requirements. Because some people were doing it way faster than others. So they're going to try to make it like easier. They're going to put like an easy level. And I don't agree with the easy level part. Because I believe if you're going to be fighting for our country, you should be, in very high physical fitness. And able to perform at high levels and under high pressure. Because I don't even think because they say it was trying to make it more gender equality and things like that and age equality. Like if somebody later wanted to join the service, which is fine. But I'm not saying like if somebody wants to go defend our country, I don't think they want to worry about what fashion they're wearing. Because you're going to wear that uniform and that's what you're going there for. So I understand if you're, trying, I think it's more of a media, ploy to just put that out there in the media. And maybe the Army's just putting it in there just so they can be, fitting in with the times changing. But I think anyone joining the service knows they're going to put on that uniform, knows they're going to wear those fatigues or wear whatever it is you're going to wear for our country. And if you're out on the field, I don't think a woman's going to care about, what nail polish and glitter she has, because you could be a real easy target for a sniper. And in her training, if she was whatever he or she was part of the training, you want to be stealth. So I'm sure they're not going to worry about that stuff when it came to time of battle. But I felt like it was more of a media ploy with, the topic at hand. But it was fun to play with. And like I said, I don't think nobody's worried about that at the time. You're worried about surviving. If it comes down to time of war, you don't care about that stuff. You will use your nails to claw somebody's face out, but you don't care if they're shiny or not because you want to survive. That would be the last thing on your mind. It'd be survival would be first. At least that's what I would think if you was going into the service, Because back in the day, because now this is new change stuff, and it kind of bothers me. I respect all branches of the military. Because I had military in my family. And they used to be that administration, like I said, they would push you to your best and push you to the farthest limits of your body and challenge you to be your best. The best, whatever it is, under high pressure, under crazy situations, so you can defend our country and defend yourself, and try to do whatever you got to do for whatever it is that you signed up for. So I think you're a soldier first before I think any of that things like that. I just think, it's a wild situation that we're living in. Like I said, these times are just interesting. They're just interesting because everything's getting real sensitive. I feel like everything's turning into a big piece of wet Kleenex, like a big piece of wet Kleenex, and you can't even fucking like walk on it anymore. There used to be a game when I was a kid. I think it was pretty much like a wet Kleenex. It was a little thicker, and you had to put these marbles on the game, and it was all wet and shit. So we was all like, the fucking thing would just pretty much fall through. That's what it is, like fucking a wet tissue, man. Everything's getting real sensitive. It's a bummer. Like I said, you got all these things changing. Even the NBA, like NBA is trying to change rules. They're trying to change you can't heckle fans. If you heckle fans now, you get kicked out. Some players, which are like considered some of the best in the world, are like, complaining about a season being too long. And, and, some of the best players in the world are, and you see LeBron out there doing his thing, breaking records, accomplishing things, but he's probably one of those guys, he's one of those guys. Here's a little clip. Like I said, shout out to Mr. LeBron. If this will work, let me see if it'll work.
The seasons are just too long, man.
So that's what's happening to the NBA right now. You got all these guys that are talently gifted. Everybody can fucking, fly out the building. You see dunkers, literally change the game of slam dunking. I mean, when I saw Levine and Gordon slam dunk contest, I was like, holy crap. The bar was set gigantic. And before that, it was like the bar was set gigantic after Vince Carter. It was like Vince Carter was like, bitch. And then these two kids came out. Oh my goodness, the dunks they were doing. Stuff you would see in the streets, you know what I mean? And then the last two dunk contests was like I did, like I said earlier. But I think it's ruining sports and all these things, this woke chokehold. This woke chokehold is getting a grip on everybody, making it hard to breathe for all of us. Because we're losing elbow room. We're losing like more freedoms every day. And it seems like them people are getting bananas richer while we're kind of hurting more and more. They're like, Happy Easter, stuff's going up. Oh, by the way, gas goes up on Easter Sunday. Praise the Lord. You're welcome. It's like, thanks, dude. We appreciate it. But all these institutions used to be the ones that shaped, the individuals and made the individuals better people who they are. But now it's getting different. It's like now we're being shaped by all the wokeness. The wokeness are shaping the silly putty of society. I mean, it's just wild because now you just got to watch. You got to tread so lightly. Like even now, you got to tread so damn lightly. You just can't even say anything. But I feel like I said before, when it comes back to the military things, we're one of the top military installations for a reason. Because those guys because they work hard, they push themselves to the limit, they find out what they're really made of, and they're out there proving it every single day, and I respect all of them and thank every one of you people out there in every branch of service for everything you guys do. And I feel like it's the reason you all are good at it because you get pushed to your limits. You see what your body's capable of. They make you the best you that you are possibly ever going to be in those situations at times. It's like Kennedy said. He said they were going to the moon this decade and the other thing or something like that. And he said, not because it was easy, they're going to do it because it was hard. And that's what it is. We work hard, we give it all, and we fight hard, and we fight for it all. And I feel like we would do that, and everybody knows that we will do that. And that's why I love America so much. It's awesome. Because deep down inside, even though sometimes it does take, some tragedies or something like colossal, to make us come together sometimes, we are some badasses when it comes to it, though. When it's time to everybody becomes Americans, y'all can't fuck with us, man. And everybody knows that. And that's why they always try to keep us separated, because especially with the with the technology changing and we can reach more people. If we had more unity and not letting the media try to the media on the TV news trying to preach our unity with separation, I think we would use this for a more positive note, and they would be more quick to do more things in favor for us if we figured out the cheat code on that, and started to come together on ourselves with rather than letting the news keep us separate. And I was going to talk a little bit on this subject about our Supreme Court justice. Everybody's been talking about it, how she wouldn't be able, she couldn't define a woman, and she is one, or but the way times are, I mean, you have to understand where she was coming from to answer that question, especially being all over the TV and all over the media, cameras flashing in your face. You're taking a really huge position. You're going to be out there. People are going to lean on you for a lot. You're probably going to have to wear like a lot more multiple hats than you did in your last position. But that would be a crazy road to water to tread in. When as soon as that lady put her on the spot, can you define one? They were like, boom, and she couldn't. And like I said, the only reason is because like she was afraid of like falling into whatever trap, because of whatever side she's for. Like she's got to have handlers, and she probably was like, I mean, you saw the sweat. I mean, it was crazy tension in the whole. When you watch the video, you can feel that tension because you didn't know what to say. You know how everything is so different. I mean, she knew what to say, but she really didn't know what to say. Out of saying the wrong damn thing because of how sensitive times are. And that's what I'm talking about with that BS shit. Because we are way too sensitive. We got to be able to say what? We got to be able to say everything. Because if we don't say everything, then we really didn't say anything. But if I could say this, with everything being so sensitive, like I said, like a wet tissue, like a piece of wet tissue, I feel like you all need to relax. Like I feel like, I mean, they're going hard on that Olympian. They're going like things are just starting to crumble all around. Like people are just starting to, like I said, this woke chokehold isn't going to last. We're going to break free and it's going to start, round 2. Round 2 seems like it's going to be interesting. I don't know about you humans because a lot of things are coming out. A lot of weird things are changing. They're changing very strangely and a lot of shit. I don't know. We're still only halfway there. We still got a couple more years with this crazy guy. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how he makes it. Or if they weekend at Brandon his ass, like if he's like, they hide him or they start hiding him a little more. Cause I hear about like, when you read about like those conspiracies and rumors and shit, like that the government will use like code words when people are in trouble. Like say you were in trouble or under some kind of court case and it didn't want it out in public and you're hiding out or you're like, in jail or kind of like home jail or something because you got to wait to see a judge that nobody's even going to hear about this court case. They'll say like code things on your TV, like when you're on vacation or staying at home or you got sick and got a quarantine. They say those are code words for like those guys are just like, doing this private like court cases that we don't ever hear about. It's pretty interesting. But it wouldn't surprise me at the same time. Because the way they cover things up now. You see the media covering up all these things now. With the laptop and other things like that. I mean, what else? What else? Well, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. And if you did, I would appreciate it if you would hit me with a subscription. Turn on those notifications. I'm here twice a week. My name is Jaime. This has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.
Yes,